Okay. I hope I wasn't muted that whole first story. Well, we'll see. All right, let me check. Is it recording or not? Yeah, it is. There. There it is. The Lorax. Okay. I think we're ready. Person one, step up here. Not too close. That's good, right? Slide. Slide. Go ahead.
At the far end of town where the crickle grass grows and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows and no birds ever sing excepting old crows is the street of the lived Lorax. And deep in the crickle grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you can still see today where the Lorax once stood just as long as it could before somebody lifted the Lorax away. What was the Lorax? And why was it there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere from the far end of town where the crickle grass grows? The old ones still lives there. Here. Ask him, he knows. You won't see the ones lure. Don't knock at his door. He stays in his lurking on top of his door. He lurks in his lurking, cold under the roof, where the makes his own clothes out of muffled move, and on special dank midnights in August he picks out of shutters, and sometimes he speaks and tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He will tell you, perhaps if you were willing to pay. On the end of the loop, he lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail, and the share of a great grandfather's nail. Then he pulls up the pail, makes the most careful count to see if you have paid him the proper amount. Then he hides what you paid him away in his snoop, his secret strange hole in his gloveless glove. Then he grunts, I will call you by whisper my phone. For the secret I tell are for your ears alone. Slop, down slop the whisper my phone to your ear, and the old one's last whisper are not very clear, since they have to come down through a snar snargly hose, and he sounds like he has smellish bees of his nose.
Okay. All right. Next. Oh, I'm next, right? Now, I'll tell you, he says, with his teeth sounding gray, how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long, long time back. Way back in the days when the grass was still green and the pond was still wet and the clouds were still clean, and the song of the swami swans rang out in space. One morning I came to this glorious place and I first saw the trees, the truffula trees, the bright colored tufts of the truffula trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. And under the trees I saw brown barbaloots frisking about in their barbaloot suits as they played in the shade and ate truffula fruits. From the ripulous pond came the comfortable sound of the humming fish humming while splashing around. But those trees, those truffula trees, all my life I'd been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their tufts was much softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of joy in my heart. I knew just what I'd do. I unloaded my cart. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a truffula tree with one chop. And with great skillful skill and with great speedy speed, I took the soft tuft and I knitted a need. The instant I finished, I heard a gazump. I looked, I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree I'd chopped down. It was sort of a man. Describe him, that's hard. I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy. Part three. Not too close. That's good right there.
Mister, he said with a sawdusty sneeze, I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues. And I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lung. He was very upset as he shouted and puffed. What's that thing you've made out of my truffula tuft? Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. I chopped just one tree. I am doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. This thing is a sneeze. A sneeze or find something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat, but it has other uses. Yes, far beyond that. You can use it for carpet, for pillows, for sheets, or curtains, or cover for bicycle seat. The Rolex said, Sir, you're crazy with greed. There is no one on earth who would buy that first need. But the very next minute, I proved he was wrong. For just at that minute, a chap came along, and he thought that the knit I had knitted was great. He happily bought it for $3.98. I laughed at the Rolex. You poor stupid guy, you never can tell what some people will buy. I repeat, cried the Rolex, I speak for the tree. I'm busy, I told him. Shut up, if you please. I rushed across the room and in no time at all built a radio phone. I put in a quick call. I called all my brothers and uncles and aunts and I said, listen here, here's a wonderful chance for the whole Winslow family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast. Take the road to North Niche. Turn left at B. Hawkins, shop right at South Stitch.
Very nice. Go ahead.
And in no time at all, in the factory I built, the whole Wansler family was working full tilt. We were all knitting tennis just as bees to the sounds of the chopping of the tropilla trees. Then, oh baby, oh how my business did grow. Now chopping on three at a time was too slow. So I quickly invented my Super X hacker, which whacked up four tropilla trees and at one smacker. We were making tennis for 3 times as fast as before, and that Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. But the next week he knocked on my new office door. He snapped, I'm the Lorax who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. But I'm also charge of the brown barbaloos, who played in the shade in their babaloo suits, and happily live eating truffilla fruits. Now thanks to your hacking my tree to the ground, there's not enough truffilla fruits to go round, and my poor barbaloos are getting the crumbs because they have gas and food in their tummies. They love living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys, he cried, and he sent them away. I the Onceler felt sad as I watched them all go. But business is business, and business must grow. regardless of promise in terms you know. I mean no harm, I most truly did not. But I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I bigger my factory, I bigger my loss, I bigger my wagon, I bigger my the loss of the Denise. I shipped out. I was shipping therefore to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more Denise. And I biggered my money, which everyone needs.
Nice, nice. Okay, keep going. Go ahead.
Then again he came back. I was fishing some pipes. When that old nuisance Lorax came back with more gripes. I'm the Lorax. He caught and he whiffed. He sneezed and he snuffled. He snuggled, he sniffed. Once Lord, he cried with a crofulous croak. Once Lord, you're making such smuggler smoke. My poor Swami sons, why? They can't sing a note. No one can sing who has smog in his throat. And so, say the Lorax, please pardon my quote. They cannot live here, so I'm sending them off. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog you've smoked up around here. What's more, snapped the Lorax. His standard was up. Let me say a few words about graffiti glove. Your machinery chugs on day and night without stop, making graffiti glove also graffiti slop. And what do you do with this leftover glue? I will show you, you dirty old one-slur man. You. You're clumping the font where the humming fish hum. No more can they hum, for their guests are all gone. So I'm sending them off. Oh, their future is dreary. They will work on their fins and get woefully weary in search of some water that isn't so smeary. And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax. Now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap yap and say bad, 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 bad. Well, I have my right, sir, and I'm telling you, I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering, turning more truthful trees into sneeze, which everyone needs.
All right, very nice.
And,
Sorry, go ahead.
and at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall, the very last chopped tree over them. No more trees, no more trees, no more work to be done. So in no time, my uncles, my aunts, everyone, all waved me goodbye. They jumped into my cars and drove away under the smoke, smuggled stars. Now all that was replenished the bad-smelling sky was my big empty factory, the Lorax and I. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance. Just gave me a very sad backward glance, as he ripped himself by the seat of his pants. And I never forget the grim look on his face when he hasted himself and the top rib of this place through a hole in the smoke without leaving a trace. And all that the Rex left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks with the one word unless. Whatever that meant, where I just couldn't guess. That was long ago, but each day since that day, I've sat here and worried away through the years while my buildings have fallen apart. I worried about it with all of my heart. But now, says the once red. Now that you're here, the word of Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole opera, nothing is gonna get better, is not. So catch, calls the once red. He's read something good. Is a truffle seed. Is the last one of all. You are in a charge of the last of the truffle seeds, and truffle trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffle, treat it with care. Give it clean water and feed it fresh air. Grow oppressed, protect it from exes, the heck. Then the Lorax and all of his friend may come back.
Okay, all right, give him the hand. Got through the long one. Have a seat, guys.